Genesis.
Okay, I thought it's something to do with the assignment.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Okay. Matapelo, Watura, Kamukeleng, Humphrey, how are you doing, guys? And how was the assignment that you submitted?
Hi, sir. I'm okay. On my side, the assignment was a bit challenging. Only few parts, not all of them. Like only few. It wasn't
Yeah.
challenging all of it. It was just those few parts where it was challenging. And yeah, but I've done it before the submissive before we start the submitting week. So submitting week, I was doing something else. But yeah, otherwise, that's the only thing I can say.
Okay, let's hear others.
It was just okay, so
Some of you shocked me, that's why I'm asking.
so
Okay, so this week is briefing week. So before we go through the brief, I'd like us to go through the assignment and we make revision so that whatever that you may think you did wrong, you can correct in the upcoming assignment. How is that?
That's good, sir. Yo, let me keep quiet. I talk a lot. Maybe it's me, Nje. I take my own things.
We are not in a bedroom, poor and matapelo, hey, umlomo wahlala mpukane, which is good, by the way. I love students who are so engaging. I do like it a lot. Anyway, I'm done marking your assignments, and I think I've identified everyone, and it seems all of you guys submitted. But I realized that some of you are registered with different names. For example, I can't remember coming across Humphrey's assignment. And I also emphasized in the WhatsApp group that you need to indicate on the cover page that you are registered with the Sandton campus and I am your lecturer, because that system is centralized. Where you have submitted your assignment, there are also students from Durban, students from Pretoria who also submitted there. So the only way I can recognize you for now is by you indicating on the cover page that you are registered with Sandton. For example, there were 3 Mpo there. So how am I going to know that this Mpo is my student? So it gets tricky. So that's why I asked you to indicate your details on the cover page. Other than that, you are actually required to indicate your details on the cover page. So as it stands, the average mark is not that disappointing, 66%, which is good. Is the same with the average mark that I had last year for F1 assignment. And I was actually looking forward to more than 70%. So I'm quite disappointed because this assignment was only 3 questions, if I remember. It was only 3 questions. And most of the stuff are the stuff that we engaged on in class. But all of a sudden, students were giving me something else that we did not discuss. So that's the challenge that I was having, especially those who have been attending classes. We discuss on these things, we engage on these things. All of a sudden, you are now showing me flanks, giving me something else that we never discussed in all the class. Then, of course, I can assure you 100% that if you do not attend classes, if you do not consult the resource materials that are available for the subject, you are going to fail. So there are 2 people who failed so far. But remember, these marks are premature, they're not official yet. They have to be audited. So an external examiner is going to go through these marks and see if I was lenient or if I was too harsh. But so far, there are 2 students who failed, and one of them does not attend lectures. So I can see as I mark that no, this one is just guessing. People think they can just go to Google and ask for answers there. It's completely different. So I highly encourage you guys to keep on attending classes, because most of the things that we discuss here are the ones that come up in assignments. So I'm sharing the screen. I don't know if you can see it.
Yes, sir. I
Yes,
can
we
see it on
can.
my side.
Okay, that's wonderful. So first of all, before we go to the assignment, let's just start from the top when you guys actually submit the assignment. So first of all, you need a cover page where you have got your name, there you've got your student number. Is there a single cover page for Boston Media House? Like a single template?
So a single tablet isn't like a format where the format that we need to follow.
Yes, for a cover page. We're talking about the cover page now.
Yes.
Okay, then I do not understand why I had different looks of the cover page. Uh, who has got the cover page right now? Can email it to me. I'd like to have a look at it.
No, so the form, they only tell you what they want you to have on the cover page. They never
Oh,
speak specifically say, as for example, when you type it, other assignment want you to use size 12, others want you to use size 11. You get what I'm saying. But on the cover page, they only tell you that you need to have your name, your surname, your phone number. They tell you what they want you to have. They don't tell you or how big it should be or how small it should be or how you should put it. They just tell you what it needs to be there, and then they tell you that you need to have a declaration, which is a declaration they make sure that it's the same way. Declaration, you can't make it out of yourself. It has to be exactly the same way as it's
But
written on our assignment, on our what you call brief.
okay. All right. You guys do agree with Mantapelo or yeah, God.
yeah, but the declarations are different.
How so? Isn't it the declaration? Can you please just hold
There's
on?
this one that's numbered, and then there's the other one that's just a paragraph. It depends on the subject, I
Oh
guess.
yeah, but what I'm trying to say is it's the same words. Like you can't change it. Like
Oh
it
yeah,
it goes the same thing.
yes.
Even if you make it paragraph or the table format, but it's still the same thing. Like you can't add your own things.
Hmm.
That's one thing I know.
Mama Helen, is that true? Hey, people are sleeping in this class, eh? Okay. All right. That's what I wanted to understand when it comes to the cover page. Then after the cover page, what follows?
Um. Okay, for me, what follows is your isn't it your index where you tell say what is what on what page? For me, it was that.
Okay. All right. So what I realized from these guys, I hope you are taking notes, because if you do the same mistake in the F2, it means that your marks are always going to be the same, or they are going to decrease, because I was very lenient in this F1 assignment. I didn't look at things like the cover page, for example. Okay. But if the assignment says that you are going to use Times New Roman or Arial, it means that throughout your entire assignment, including the cover page, you need to use area. You need to use the same font size, okay, which is 12, and the same spacing. So I don't expect to see any funny characters there or any lettering or anything that is bigger, bigger than size 12. So please make sure that everything is consistent and from the first page to the last page, because I saw some of you guys, your cover pages, you have a font which is size 20 PC, and some cover pages got some text in red and some text in blue and so forth. Your work must be academic. This is not a presentation. This is not graphic designing. It's a pure academic assignment. So I wanted to emphasize that on your cover page and throughout your assignment, the size of the text, the spacing, the font type, and the font size, it should be the same. So if you decide to use Arial, you must use Arial throughout. And if you decide to use Times New Roman, you must use that throughout. And the entire document must be in black. So no lettering, no other colors there. It must be in black. Remember, this adds to your additional marks, okay? So we have discussed that. I do not expect a table of contents. I know some had a table of contents. That one I do not expect it for me, and I do not expect the index page. So from your cover page, once you've made the declarations that you did not plagiarize, you've put your name there, you've put the campus, the lecturer name, the subject, your student number, then you start your assignment. So there's no need to have a table of contents. There's no need to have an index. Are we clear on that one? Or are there any questions?
Yes,
Is there anything that you'd like add on that?
no questions
No,
from my
sir.
side.
Okay. Then let's start with the assignment itself. Before I go deeper into the assignment, I'd like to hear from you. Where did you come across some challenges there? Like what queries, what comments do you have with regards to the assignment itself? All right, so I see the majority of people with question 1, which was 15 marks, most of people got 15 marks here, especially those who did the table because it was straightforward. But remember, guys, you do not just go straight into the table. Just give some introduction there. Tell the assessor what you want to do. What is it that you are doing, rather than just throwing a table there. Okay? And also, most of you just copied from the table that it is in the textbook. Like where it's written increase by 10%, you see someone say increase by 10%. So you do not just, put a table there. Have some description above or below the table, just telling us what the table is all about. Some did that, but some didn't. Okay, this was the easiest because we have discussed the 5S framework that highlights the advantages or the benefits of using digital marketing. So already here, for example, on the 5S framework, I could see if someone has attended classes or not. For example, if someone just goes and say the first S is selling, that's a guess, and selling is there. Then the second one, it will be something else that has got nothing to do with the 5S, because I don't think if you've attended the classes from the beginning, there's no way you can guesswork, I saw someone had sales. So they were selling and there were sales. So already I could see that this person did not attend any classes. Someone put sewing. I don't know what is it that you saw in digital marketing. Yeah, I saw sewing there, as in like the opposite of harvesting, like planting. Someone put sewing there. So I was actually shocked, like, oh, we never discussed anything. So question one wasn't that bad. Most of you guys got 15 as it is indicated there. Then question two, what online business model is suitable for Peugeot? So here also I could see that some students were lost. We spoke about the business models, B2B, B2C, G2. It is even there on the lecture notes and on core campus. But I saw some putting DTC, direct to consumer. That's not a business model. And I know where students got that. That's a direct communication model. So we never discussed DTC in class. We did not discuss that one. So if you put DTC there, just know that you got it wrong. I just want to pull up something here. Digital marketing 3. Are there any questions so far?
No questions, sir.
Kamakele? Okay. I just want to share something. Stop sharing. Share. So most students were lazy and not wanting to go through the lecture notes. Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
They took this one. Am I like direct to customer, like DTC? It's about communication. This is not a business model. Business models are here. Consumer to consumer, consumer to business, e-government. We discussed that. So those who chose DTC, unfortunately, I know that they got it from the textbook, but they didn't even read the textbook. Okay. Then, while this we are on that, it says that choose a model. And once you choose that model, you need to motivate why you think this business model is suitable. And then you also need to motivate why you think other business models are not suitable. Some of you guys only picked up a business model that you think is suitable. You discussed it, motivated it, but you could not mention why you think other models are not suitable. Then, same thing, you need to explain the difference between e-commerce and digital marketing. This one, I think most of you got it right. You first define what e-commerce is and define what digital marketing is, then you give examples. That's what you're supposed to do. But some could not do that. So that was question one. Then question two, same thing. I saw that some could only come up with facts, then that's it. But you need to give us a brief description of the company. Who are they? What are they known for? Before you tell us any facts, tell us who are they. Some did that very well. They'll say, oh, this is a French manufacturer, this and that, which is good. So whenever you are answering a question, just highlight the context of that question to tell us what is it that you're talking about, okay? Then it is the same thing that you did on the first one. You just look at competitors, and I was also shocked that it is listed there that you look at GWM, P series, and Sandton. All of a sudden, I was coming across VW Amarok and Ford Ranger. I don't know where you guys got that from, because the competitors have been given there. All of a sudden, you're telling me about the products that Ford sells and VW. It shows that you are not engaging with the class. You do not attend classes. You know, these things are straightforward, guys. You passed your high school, and you just need to comprehend, understand the question. What is it that the question demands of you? Then you answer it. That's it. But most of you guys will be rushing, you know, the deadline, and so most of you submitted on Friday at around 9 p.m., but your submission opened the previous Saturday. So I don't know what you're doing throughout all these previous days. Okay, where are we? All right, so then we go to question 2.3. This one was very difficult for me. Create a buyer persona. We discussed buyer personas in class, and most of you guys were discussing a buyer persona that is already there for the brand. But I said, come up with your own persona based on the information that is out there. Who do you think is the ideal customer for that product? So based on the information that you know about certain segments out there, be with the youths, be with the baby boomers, be with the teenagers, with the senior citizens, who is the ideal customer for this product? So that's what we're supposed to do. Not to go to the Peugeot website, then all of a sudden you're telling me stuff that are already there. We do not want existing personas. We want you to create your own persona that you think is suitable for the brand and its product, and motivate why you think that persona is suitable there. So here you don't even need a reference from the website of this company. You don't. So that's the challenge that most had here. And some were also speculating a 35-year-old woman, because 35-year-old women will be in their career, this and that. Who said that? So that's how we said this must be referenced. Show us proof that 35-year-olds women, they do XYZ, and they can actually afford the buggy, and they can actually drive it or use it. So do not speculate. A buyer persona is based on existing facts, not assumptions. So that one was done. Then 2.4, yeah, most people here, they also did not understand what is it that you are doing. And I also understand why, because I remember when I was having this session, it was only Kaboheleng and Humphrey who were class, and the rest were not in class. Make recommendations on options that Peugeot can use to generate digital revenue. As indicated there, digital revenue. It is not product revenue, digital revenue. So what is it other than what they are known for? You know, they are known for selling cars. That's what they are known for. They're a car manufacturing brand. So other than getting revenue from the vehicles that they sell, what other alternative income can they generate using their digital assets? So that was the question. The websites that they have, the social media accounts that they have, the newsletter database that they have, whatever digital assets that they have, how can they make money from those without selling cars? So most of you were giving me like things like a virtual showroom. That has got everything to do with the car. Let's forget about that. Let's look at something that they can use to monetize their digital assets. So most of you, yes, you indicated subscriptions, pay-per-click advertising, sponsored content, affiliate content. So those are things that I wanted to hear. Not like having e-commerce for cars. That's not an alternative digital revenue model. Are there any questions so far?
No questions, sir.
But do I might confuse you more?
No, sir.
Anyway, you know what you did, guys, in assignment, right?
Yes.
If you did the assignment, unless if you ask someone to do it on your behalf. Okay, the final question. Macro analysis. Conduct a macro environmental analysis and practically, please note this word, practically discuss the variables affecting Peugeot as the land trade goes into warrior mode. All right. Most of you, you know what you're supposed to discuss. You know that is the pested factors that are political, they are, economic, social, technological, environmental, and so on. We already know that. We have discussed that in class. And there's no need for you to repeat it, to tell me as if I do not know. Most of you guys will give me definitions of political factors, telling me what are political factors. Why do you need to tell me when I know that already? I'm actually the one who taught you that. So there's no need for you to educate me on the pested analysis. What I wanted to hear was you applying what you discuss in class. Like, this is what you discuss in class, and this is how it's going to work for this case study. But most of you guys did not give a practical application of how to use the pested analysis. So if there are political factors, how do these political factors influence the brand and its digital marketing activities? So if there are social factors, this thing of a rainbow nation is social. There are so many tribes, 11 official languages in South Africa. So how does that affect the company when it engages with its users online, be it on social media, be it via website? You then tell me that companies are doing it when it's Heritage Day in September. All of a sudden, the website has got heritage colors. That's considering the social and the cultural factor of any given society. So you need to practically tell me what is it that is happening out there in terms of the environment, in terms of politics, in terms of the economy, and so on. Don't just say there is high unemployment, so people are not going to buy the bucket because it's expensive. How can that influence digital marketing strategy? You need to tell us that. So most of you, your answers were insufficient. I know what you're talking about, but you were sort of re-educating me based on what we discussed in class. I just wanted you to apply it instead of repeating what we already know. Are we on the same page so far?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. Then, you know, These trademarks are very crucial, especially if you've got 46 or you've got 34. These marks are very crucial. And they do not require you to study to do anything. You just need to follow the instructions. So if you use area throughout your assignment, or if you use times throughout your assignment, you use 12 PT, you use 1.5 spacing, everything was consistent, then you scored better marks here. Having the right spellings, grammar. I understand that English is not our native language, but you need to show that you are discussing in an academic manner. Some of you guys, the way you are discussing, it's as if you are at Kasi, on the strategy, like talking to your peers and stuff like that. You need to avoid slang in the assignment. In the assignment, you do not know this thing called hands. What is a hands? I know in slang you guys refer hands to chicks or to girls and stuff like that, but in the assignment you do not say that. Something that I come across in the assignment, and I actually struggle to understand what is it until I come across it on YouTube. Like, this is my hand. Oh, okay, that's the AMA 2000 language now. So please be academic, be professional. We are training you to represent us in the industry. So you need to be academic, especially when you are submitting your assignments. So be consistent. Try by always to have short sentences. That way you do not have to struggle elaborating and going off topic in terms of spelling, grammar, and so on. So just use short sentences. Then referencing, please, I challenge you guys after this class, just Google Harvard referencing guide. Okay, Boston uses Harvard. There are so many other referencing types out there like APA, AMA. Boston uses Harvard, so please have a look at the Harvard referencing guide and make sure you know where the surname must, where the page must, and so on. For example, just looking for a space to write in the assignment. Can you see my screen, guys?
Yes, sir.
All right, in the assignment, when you are referencing, it's either you can say according to under, then you put the year of under. If it's the page number, you do that. Then two, you close the bracket, then comma, digital marketing is ABC. That's the first way of doing it. Or it has been called confirmed. Let's try to be focused. Confirmed by Banda that digital marketing is ABC. Okay, so that's how you reference if you mention an author directly. But if you do not want to mention an author directly, you need to be very careful here. Where are the brackets? Where is the year? Where is the page number? And where is And if you do not want to mention the author, you can say digital marketing is a C. Then in bracket, put Vanda, comma, and put here. And you put. That's how you do it. Most of you guys did not do this. That's how you reference. It's all in there in the Harvard referencing guide. I don't want to be teaching you these things, guys, because you should have learned this in your first year. Okay. Also, please consult academic sources. Consult academic sources. You can go to Google Scholar. There's this you can get academic sources here. Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
You can go to Google Scholar. Just on your Google search, search Google Scholar, then you go to Google Scholar here. This is where you get academic source. So if you're looking for the definition of e-commerce or definition of digital marketing, just type in what is digital marketing, it will be there. You know, there it is. Or you say definition of digital marketing, you also find it there. That's where you get, you know, it is there. So here you can choose, if you are into legal stuff, you can choose case laws, something that was found from courts, or you can just leave articles. So digital marketing, let's click on it. Digital marketing. You see, there are academics here, journals, proper journals. There's the author there, Kenan. Here are authors, here are authors. That way it gives you room to put articles that have got names, because you guys were like, according to WordPress, you know, it's not an author, it's just a document that you came across online. That's not academic. So you need to consult academic sources, like finding, you know, definitions on Google Scholar already. Here is a definition. You know, digital marketing is an adaptive, blah, 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 blah. So that's a proper academic definition, not these blogs that anyone can put on the internet. You know, because most of the sources that you guys were referencing online, it can be anyone, honestly. You know, anyone who even didn't do marketing can just put their information there. But here you can actually see, if you they can even show you from academia, from this and this. If you click here, you can actually see that this was peer reviewed by other scholars. Can you see that? International Journal of Research in Marketing. Can you see that, guys?
Yes, we can.
But if you do not go to Google Scholar, let's just go back from the Google search, the normal Google search. If you come here on the normal Google search and you say, what is digital marketing? Most of the stuff that are going to come across here, they are just blogs. See, they do not even have authors. No author here. You guys are getting content here. Then all of a sudden you struggle to reference this because it's from Forbes website. It has got no author. It doesn't have any accreditation. Who are these? What experience do they have? What qualifications do they have? Who reviewed, who peer reviewed their work? You wouldn't know. Okay, so that's how you must reference. Then anything else that I wanted to address with regards to this assignment? Then please consult a variety of sources. There was actually someone throughout the assignment. Only use Chafe. I don't know what you feel about Chafe, guys. Don't you get tired? According to Chafe, according to Chafe, according to Chafe. It shows that you are not reading widely as a student. So please use a variety of sources. Do not only rely on Chafe. Some only had 3 references on their reference list. So it was Chafe, it was GWMP series, and it was Peugeot, it was Nissan Navara. That's it. You need to consult a variety of sources to show that you have read widely. Okay. Then, as I emphasized, I think most of you guys were talking too much. You were over-explaining. Matape, hey, Wabu Washem. You were over-explaining. And if you over-explain, the problem is that it affects this. Can you see that? It affects this. Anything over 10 pages will not be marked. Most of you guys had more than 10 pages. Imagine more than 10 pages for only 3 questions. That's not normal. So you need to try by all means to be short and sweet. Okay. Remember, the more you over-explain, the higher risk of going off topic. Okay, that's it with regards to the F1 assignment. Are there any questions? Any additions, any queries?
No questions from me.
Something that I did not raise? So generally, most of you guys did well. We're just waiting for the marks to be moderated, but generally, you know, when there's moderation, in most cases, I haven't come across marks that have changed significantly. So generally, you guys did well. I think the highest had 82, if not mistaken. Yeah, the highest had 80 something. And then the lowest had 42, if not mistaken. So at least those who failed, they can do a sub.
So who's the highest?
For now, I cannot disclose anyone's name because marks are not fine for you. But it's a few. Unless if you have changed your gender, maybe. I'm joking. Okay, let's do the brief now.